Step into the world of power, loyalty, and luck.
I'm going to make him an offer he can't refuse.
With family, cannolis, and spins mean everything.
Now, you want to get mixed up in the family business.
Introducing The Godfather at ChumbaCasino.com. Test your luck in the shadowy world of The Godfather slot.
Someday, I will call upon you to do a service for me.
Play The Godfather now at ChumbaCasino.com.
Welcome to the family.
No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 21 plus. Terms and conditions apply.
Tape Deck Media.
Hi there, I am Kelly Zimnikas, and I am the host of a brand new podcast called Holler and Wine. I'm a stand-up comedian, I'm a documentary filmmaker, and I genuinely love talking to people. And despite the fact that I do not care for the sound of my own voice, I've got a podcast now. So please come join us. We're going to have really good conversations. We're going to talk about cocktails, and I am going to give my guests a tarot card reading because why not? So join us on Holler and Wine. Hope to see you soon. Well, it's a podcast, so it's hear you soon? That sounds weird.
Melissa Katherine, welcome to the podcast.
Thank you for having me.
Delighted. We were initially going to talk about this film, but something sort of more interesting, I guess, has kind of come up in your life that you've been talking about a bit. But I just would like to ask one, how did you land on the movie Memphis Belle as the subject that you were interested in talking about?
Yeah.
Is it a meaningful movie to you?
Do you know, it is such a meaningful movie in the way that it means very little at all.
Right.
I'll tell you the story is that I'm in my early 40s. Mm-hmm. You know, I don't know how old you are.
32.
So
yeah.
I was raised in that era of like the biggest investment you could have in the house was a VCR. And so, so then that was massive in our house. That was most of what we did. And Mum would record stuff off television. And one day there was this VHS that just said Memphis Belle on it. And I was at home after school. And I thought that it was like Gone with the Wind.
Yeah.
Or something. Like it does kind of sound like it's going to be.
a real classic kind of movie.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I put it on and it was like, oh, it's like a war film.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. But then within about 5 to 10 minutes, I was so hooked on that film.
Uh-huh.
Like I was like, literally I was on the edge of my seat.
Right. Yeah.
Like just watching this ridiculous film. And then I ended up watching it after school every day for about a month.
Oh, wow.
And I was obsessed with it. And so this film came out in like 1990. Uh-huh. And I think I would have watched it like in 97.
Yeah.
Which is a year of like great film. Like 97 is a classic year for all sorts of films. Uh-huh. And I think if I recall, we had Band of Brothers by this time.
Yeah.
We had like Schindler's List. Like the war film was kind of owned.
Yeah.
And yet this film comes in and it's not good. And we can skip to the twist if you want to. The major twist of Memphis Belle, right? Yeah. Actually, no. Let's put a pin in that. Have you watched it?
Yes, I did watch it, and it's fascinating because when you're in the age of films now, everything is like catastrophic, and the fate of the world's depends on this mission, and then this one mission in Memphis Belle is essentially just we need to bomb this factory and then make it back safely so that we can they sort of retire and become like ambassadors or something to try and sell war bonds or something. That's kind of that's the whole plot of the movie, and it's just one mission that you're kind of seeing.
It's just one mission.
It feels like it's in real time. I don't know if it is, but
it does feel a bit in real time, doesn't it?
I was sort of watching it and being like, yeah, this is interesting. We're like such a quaint mission compared to some of the stuff we watch nowadays where the whole universe is going to get blinked out of existence or something. But yeah. Yeah.
Well, you think of like 1918, or you think of any war film that comes out now, like it is gritty.
Yeah.
It is like freaking, hand-to-hand combat in Stalingrad and But this one is just these pretty boys on a plane. Those are my cats.
Nice.
Sorry.
No, that's all right. We love cats
they
here.
may punctuate. But no, these pretty boys are headed on their 25th mission, and their 25th mission is to bomb the shit out of some German factory. And they're Americans, and they're based in the UK. And of course, as we all know, America won the war for everyone. And that film really kind of, it really fits that trope of America wins it for everyone. But I think I was just so mesmerized by this film. I would have been like maybe 14 or something.
Yeah.
And I think now I look back on it and I've got friends that went to film school and that, and I would be like, hey, have you ever seen a film called Memphis Belle?
Yeah.
And they'll be like, no, sorry, but I can tell you a lot about Battleship Potemkin and all this kind of shit. But I've never met anyone who's ever watched it. It's
I'd
just
never heard of
the
it.
film flopped. It flopped so hard.
Yeah.
And but it is a compelling, quaint watch with this cast of of men. There's a pilot for every type.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, this has got Billy Zane in it, pre-Titanic. It's got Sean Austin.
Yeah.
It's got bloomin' Harry Connick Jr. He's in there.
It's got two of the Lord of the Rings guys. It was Sean Austin and David something, the guy who played Faramir in Lord of the Rings. Him and Samwise are in this one. Yeah. There was
Eric Stoltz. I think he was my favorite.
Right.
Eric Stoltz was my dream pilot. He was my dream Memphis Belle. And again, and then he turns around and he's in Pulp Fiction.
Yes,
you know
that's
what I mean?
right.
It's who the hell are these people? This is after he'd been rejected from Back to the Future. Do you know what I mean? They all had these weird 1980s lives. And then this film comes out that should have ticked all the boxes. It's got John Lithgow.
He's great in it.
He's in there. He's not a sexy pilot boy. He's the PR guy. He's
like a very camp PR, army PR guy or something, right? Yeah.
Yeah. It's just such a delightful film.
He's very funny in it.
But here's the twist. Oh, no, you say what you're going to say.
I was just going to say there's that scene where one of them's drinking soup out of a thermos and they get hit with a flat gun or something and the soup goes everywhere. And both of the pilots are like, it must be you, man. And he's like, no, it's not me. It's not me. And he's like, you're going into shock. And then they realize it's just the soup is splattered all over the inside of the cockpit.
It's a little bit of, gallows humor there.
Yes, yeah. But what was the twist you were going to say?
Okay, so I watched this film, as I said, every day for about a month. And I was able to, at that point, quote the film and just remember everything about it. And then as I got older and I'd sort of bring it up, no one knew what the hell this film was.
Yeah.
And then Wikipedia comes out and I'm like, wow, wait a second. I can find out information about stuff all of a sudden.
Yeah.
And so then I was trying to read about Memphis Belle. And one of the reasons why this film flopped is because it's bullshit. It's a real bomber. Memphis Belle is real. You can go and see it.
Yeah.
It physically exists. But that mission never bloody happened like that. So they pitch it as this real thing. And at the time, everybody rejected it. So then again, I was in the second point of my life when I was like, oh my God, I've just found out this amazing thing about Memphis Belle. And yet nobody cares.
Wow.
Nobody cares about this strange film.
Interesting. So did they promote the film that it was based on a real mission? And
oh, hell yeah.
Oh, wow. That's
because it's true. It was a true thing. Is it the B-12s?
Yeah.
It's not
something
the B-52s.
Like that, yeah.
Something like the B-12s. That is what they literally did have to do that. They did have to hop on to planes and after 25 missions, you're done. Well done. You can sing with the Andrews sisters again and marry your girlfriend or whatever. But no, apparently people were shocked about how they had made that film to be so extreme, and they were like, absolutely didn't happen that way.
Right.
But here we are, you and I, and we're like, what a quaint little film.
Yeah. No, I'm glad I watched it. It's there's something about, and this is what I find so disconcerting about a lot of what's happening in the States at the moment with these ICE raids and everything, where the whole idea of wartime propaganda is so fascinating because, like, I think I'm looking at it. I'm like, okay, was the US always like this, and they just tricked us into thinking that they were these heroic, like, good old boys and that kind of thing, or has the country fundamentally shifted to where now maybe the values are kind of different, and we're seeing a lot of stuff that the Nazis were doing coming out of the US now, and a lot of stuff that maybe Putin is doing in Russia, and we're like, oh, hang on, these have been the bad guys, like, up until kind of recently. So World War II, like, I've noticed I play Beats by Bingo, which is like a pub parlor thing, and I've noticed that song America Fuck Yeah by Team Team World Police or whatever, that, the movie I'm talking about. People don't sing along to that like they used to anymore, right? Now it's just kind of okay, we'll just let the song play.
Films like Black Hawk Down,
yes.
That's a very interesting, like, and it is war porn, like it kind of is. Like, I do enjoy watching World War II documentaries. I'm an old man like that, I find it relaxing. But you're right. There are times when you watch it and then you go, oh man, we learned nothing. And it is really upsetting to see these things come back. It's like history doesn't repeat, but it rhymes.
It does, doesn't it? Yeah.
And it sounds very similar.
Yeah.
But then you watch Memphis Belle and then they sing Danny Boy emotionally.
Yeah, that's right. Or
my feelings.
What was that one? It was Full Metal Jacket or something, where they end by singing the Mickey Mouse song at the end. And
oh my gosh, I haven't seen that in ages either.
Yeah, I think it's a bit like, there's a quote from Men in Black, I think it is, where Tommy Lee Jones's character says, like, people collectively are like brave and heroic and amazing and intelligent and stuff, but like the individual person is scared and panicky and whatever it is. And I think that's the thing about war films that are so fascinating, is that, like, I mean, think about how many people in Russia don't support the war on the Ukraine at the moment. However, the guys that are on the ground, it's like, what really did they have to do with the decision to start the war? And so there's this weird disconnect between, like, the actual people that are carrying out these orders versus, like, the big institution or the country behind it. And wartime propaganda is, I mean, I'm sure that's why they did it, is because so we don't feel as weird about it. But you also see it in your daily life, right? Like, I don't so that's that whole idea of the banality of evil. Which is the Hannah Arendt philosophy. So she was the lady that was witnessing the Nuremberg trials. Right.
And her big piece out of that was that these were all people that were just cogs in the wheel, and they're just following orders and all of that. But, if you work for, say, like a government organization, that there's several steps you have to go through to basically to get anything done. And so it kind of means that you're therefore not directly responsible.
No.
But it means that but I was just doing this thing, like, so even if you did have, maybe it went against your morals or your ethics, you wouldn't necessarily have seen it.
No. I think
the people on the ground, like you say, the hand-to-hand combat, between the Nazis and Stalingrad and whatever, and they saw it. They sure as hell did.
Yeah. I think when they were building the atomic bomb, they had different teams of scientists working on stuff, so they didn't know what everyone else was working on, so they just knew that their little bit was like, see if you can figure out how to make atomic material just like split or whatever it was. And then another one's like, figure out
give it a whirl.
Yeah, see what happens if you put this triggering device against I don't know, maybe uranium or something. And
I'll tell you a funny story. I went to see Oppenheimer on my own, because it was like a bit of a spiritual experience for me.
Did you do Barbenheimer on the same day?
No, I've never seen Barbie, but Oppenheimer was like, I've got to go. Yeah. Like, I need this spiritually to see this film. And enjoyed it, and then walked out of it. And I swear to God, there was a guy behind me walking out with his girlfriend, and he was like, oh, it was a pretty good film, but man, those bombs were real loud.
That's all he took away from it.
Those bombs were too loud, man. They were too loud.
That's so good.
It was so good. I wish I'd bottled that.
Yeah. to be that unbothered by the film, eh?
I think I missed the point.
I know, right? So let's talk about your more recent. So we kind of spoke about this. What do we? It was in the DM somewhere where I think I just mentioned that I thought it was cool that you were putting some content out there because, like, if there are any up and coming comedians out there, this is the one thing I'd recommend you do. That, you know, the best time to plant a tree was yesterday. The second best time is today. Start putting something out there. And your particular brand of, I mean, you're familiar with my, what I've had a bit of notoriety for.
I'm very familiar with yours and your wee luxons that are actually kind of disturbing and make me angry sometimes.
What I'd say to you is, I haven't done it in so long because I've been in this children's play. So the director kind of had not told me off, but had a bit of a word of like, yeah, maybe people are going to be Googling you, so don't post anything too dirty or whatever it was. So I've taken a little bit of a sabbatical from content. They didn't force me at all. They just sort of, you know, mentioned it, and I thought, yeah, I'll lay low a little bit while I'm doing the play. So yeah, I've sort of had a bit of success doing kind of skits and stuff, but I've been fascinated with your approach, which has been recording yourself in the car and you're kind of weighing in on news mostly.
I mean, yeah. So the backstory is that, like, I started stand-up comedy in the year of our Lord COVID.
Yep.
And you know, did the raw kind of stuff, and I've done a few like fringe shows. And then, you know, you definitely get that message that you're talking about, which is one of, you do need to be on social media. And I've been a refusenik. You know, I just didn't really want to do it. I didn't want to put I personally don't think that stand-up translates well to social. I just think that you can record clips and you can put them up there, but to be honest, it's all about the room. Like it's about that space and yeah, like, so, you know, putting clips up never really worked out for me. No. And then I do some like
pushing shit uphill, trying to get stand-up clips to go off online, eh?
Yeah, they just don't. And like, I mean, the only stand-up clips, admittedly, that I watch online are the ones of like, say, oh, I remember that funny thing Rory Scovel said. Yeah. You know, that's kind of, I don't test them out. Like, anyway. Yeah. And so I went to that one of those New Zealand Comedy Trust Sandpit.
Yes, meetings. I was watching that as well. Yeah.
Yeah, and they were really good. But between the lines of that meeting, you know, if you're really gonna, you know, really think about what they're saying, they're saying is that if you're not online, how the hell are you going to get anyone to come to your shows? Yeah. Because we're certainly not going to fund you. Yeah. If you don't have an audience already. Yeah. And like, you can be bitter about that. Like, you can go, oh, but I'm actually really talented and whatever. And you know, you always get those people that go, well, they always give money to the diversity vote or whatever. Right. But ultimately they're right. Like, they are actually investing public money, and they have to do it with a level of, you know, thought behind it. So yeah, if you turn up and there's no reason for anyone to know you, then you know, why would you do it? And then last year I did a Auckland Fringe Festival show that was called Haberdash. And I did my usual thing of
was you running that, was it? That's awesome. I saw those cool graphics behind that.
Yeah, so that was basically kind of like the Moth style, but for comedians. And it was really great fun, but you talk about pushing shit uphill. It's like, I'm wrangling these comedians who need to learn what a story is. I'm trying to get the venue going. I'm trying to like it was just so much organization. And then it gets to the point when you're like, and like, to be fair, I didn't feel like the Fringe Festival really helped me in booking seats either. Yeah. So it was all me. Like, it was all me trying to do it. And I think after that, I was like, well, I got to do something. Like, it would be better if I had people on social, because then I could make ads and I could target them and all this kind of stuff. Yeah. And like, I'm a marketer in real life. So
there you go.
It's kind of like, all right, I've refused it for as long as I have. I do need to do something about it. And then I'm a bit of a girly swat, you know, like, I'm a bit kind of nerdy. And it was like, what is it that I actually want to do? I know pretty strongly what I don't want to do. Like, I don't want to do my stand-up. Crowd work is still kind of fatiguing. Like, I respect people that put crowd work up there, because when they do it, it's freaking mint.
Yeah.
But that ain't me.
Yeah.
It's not me.
Yeah.
So then I started by going, why don't I come up with a character?
Right.
And I had this idea for a character in my head that was like a kind of Victorian Gothic character.
Uh-huh.
And she's a gardener, but in modern times.
Right.
And it's kind of about this, you know, like Gothic doesn't necessarily just mean like you wear lots of makeup. Like Gothic actually has like literal, by literal, I mean literal, like literary connotations.
Oh, yes, yeah.
So I was kind of playing on that. But fuck, it was hard. Like I'd have to like dress up, and then if the weather isn't right,
I very deliberately chose not to dress up as Chris Luxon because I didn't want to have to fucking do that every time. I just, and the fact that it caught on with just the voice, I was like, great, that's all I want. I don't want to have to put a freaking bald cap on every time and put a t-shirt over his suit or whatever he does.
It's too hard.
Yes,
it's too hard. Well, it's not hard to like put a costume on, but it is like it's also too hard.
If you like doing that stuff, like I've got a friend, Bridie Thompson, she loves doing costumes, and so like, that's in her nature. It's not in. I'm guessing it's not in either of our natures to do this. You're kind of going out of your way to do it, and I think something online like this, the process has to be sustainable. So you have to enjoy the process, and
that's the key.
Yeah,
you've got to be able to continue to do it.
Yeah,
like. If you can't be consistent, it's not going to work. And I think that I think where I got to in terms of what I make is that I do spend a ridiculous amount of time in my car driving to work and driving back from work.
Yeah.
And like, if I was just doing stand-up, I'd probably be rehearsing bits or generating bits.
Yeah.
And then I might sort of, you know, do a voice command to record that bit so I don't lose it.
Yeah.
And then there was just a point when I was like, oh, what if I just recorded this?
Yeah.
What if I just did this? It'd be so easy. And it's also like efficient.
Yeah.
Because, you know, you're stuck in traffic. You can't do anything.
Yeah, you're
and
really making use of your time there.
Making use of my time. And I just kind of talk smack. And I mean, I don't really talk smack, but I just kind of talk about what's on my mind, really.
Yeah. And I think you had this, I'm going to get into slightly controversial territory here, but I saw that you had mentioned Leo Malloy in one of your ones, and he is like an interesting character. What is his bar called? The HQ or something? And his whole social media strategy is just like, they put the camera down in front of him, and then he says every controversial opinion that he's got, and then
it's incredible, isn't it?
They chop it up into clips. And
it's incredible.
Like, I really disagree with a lot of the stuff he thinks, and I don't want to like sound like I'm endorsing his strategy, but like, I have to respect the guts to like put yourself as literally the face of your establishment, and it's like, it's almost nothing to do with the restaurant on there.
I mean, Leo Malloy is almost a bit of an outlier. So he ain't making his content.
No, he's got a social media guy,
He's got a team behind him that are like editing it out. And all they have to do is go, oh, good morning,
what do you think
Leo.
of this?
Do you hate Chloe today? And then he just...
What do you think about gender-neutral bathrooms? And then he rambles for 15
he just
minutes
rambles
about it.
and then off he goes. Do you know what I mean?
Yes, yeah.
And that, I mean, again, that works, but he's got the money to do it. I don't have a team behind me that's going to edit shit. So,
but I guess I know you mentioned him in one of your videos, and I thought, I wonder if that was an inspiration that you can just talk to the camera. And I think this is what a lot of comedians really should take notice of, is like your online stuff doesn't have to be anything to do with your stand-up. Like mine is all just doing, like I've got Incel Life Hacks, which is a little series I do. I do the impression stuff. It's like most people that follow me probably don't know that I'm a stand-up as well. And like, it's just a matter of, because then what happens is I've noticed you kind of have to do two approaches. Is like, you post the wide net, which is the stuff like impressions or whatever it is, and then people follow you. And then at a later point, you post a stand-up clip, and the ones who are interested go, oh, damn, you're a stand-up? That's awesome. I'm going to like, you know, when are you coming to Wellington or whatever? So it's like, you almost have to like spread this wide net, and then kind of like, you've got everyone close, and then you've got to like spread this narrow net of the stand-up thing. And people are like, oh, damn, you do stand up as well? Great. And then so that's the strategy that I've noticed. I don't know if it's been the same for you, but like comedians listening,
yeah,
it's
it
like,
has.
yeah. Just do whatever you enjoy doing. And it doesn't have to be like anything adjacent to stand up.
Yeah. I mean, I think what's happened in the last few weeks is the mushroom trail content. And so that's kind of elevated my pages to like quite extreme, which is fun. It's, it's pretty fun. And it's my goal was like, okay, I'm not going to do stand up for a bit. Yeah. Because I was quite sick last year. Like I had lots of ear infections and I was like, oh, fuck it. I'm just going to have to like do something else. Yeah. So my goal was like, let's just try and build some followers. Yes. Because it's really hard to, market a show when you've got a show. So I might as well have people to talk to, Yeah. Yeah. And the best way to find people to talk to is to just kind of be me and say hello, right? Yeah. And then the mushroom trail content, I am who I am. Like I'm in my 40s, I'm 42, and I'm female and I'm white, right? Yeah. And I'm talking about true crime. So immediately I look authentic. You know what I mean? Like, yes. So I kind of, before anything happens, you can kind of completely relate to what I'm saying. Yeah. And then the mushroom trial so at the time that we're recording this, the verdict just came out earlier this week. But that trial went on for like 10 weeks and it was about a woman who put on a bloody lunch of beef Wellington. And then she says, oh my gosh, it was absolute tragic accident. And then 3 people died and one person, ended up with a liver transplant. And it was like in the true crime world, like everyone was talking about it. Yeah. But what I hadn't quite realized was that there was so much information that was missing that was driving me insane, but you actually couldn't talk about it because of Australian law. Wow. So I was just in my car going, why the hell wasn't she charged with manslaughter? Like, why isn't she being charged with murder? Yeah. It's murder, and if she doesn't get charged with murder, she gets to go and forage again. Like what? And it was like, well, it was just it was a really bizarre trial. And I was talking about that. But because I was talking about that, it turns out that everyone else who was following the trial was asking the same questions. But I was the only one talking about it. But it turns out illegally because you're not allowed. So my, a few weeks ago, the content went off when I was making fun of her wearing white pants while she's also claiming to have diarrhea, which is like, I mean, that's bold. It's ridiculous. So I said that. And then that went viral on TikTok and on Instagram. And then people were just going crazy on the comments. They were like, yes, this is crazy. Oh, my God. Like, la, 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 la. And then I got an email on Friday the 13th. Oh, wow. And it was from the Supreme Court of Victoria. Holy cow. And they were like, it was a real intense email. Like it was all like legal shit. And it's like, this is why your content violates. And it was because I was impersonating her. It was because I was speculating on the outcome of a live trial. And it was also because I was inciting comment. And then like I read down the email and it's like, there's no maximum penalty. And I was like, is this for real? Like shit. So like I'm shaking at this point. And I like turned to my husband. And I was like, do you think this is like, am I being cyberbullied? And he's like, no, this is legit. Oh my goodness. And so I called them up and the lady was like, yeah, you have to take the things down. Like you really do. Holy cow. But she was very nice. And so I took them all down and I was like shaking. And then, it was because it was Friday the 13th and I was just like full of adrenaline. And I was like, I need to do something. So I went to the movies and I watched Friday the 13th part 2. Relax. Yeah. And then afterwards I was like, that was good. That was good. I needed to do that. Yeah. But then, so I took the videos down and I kind of realized that one of the reasons why, like I was saying, one of the reasons why it was popular is because it was actually a conversation that people wanted to have. Yeah. And so when the verdict came out at the start of the week, I was allowed to repost everything. And so now everything's gone viral again. And people now have that place to talk.
So it was just while it was pending, people weren't allowed to speculate. Wow, I had no idea that the law was like that.
No, I mean, then, like there was a guy at work who's like a lawyer, and he was like, you can come back and say that you don't adhere to Australian law. And I was like, that is true.
Yeah.
But do you want to be the person that's like the trial got fucked up because of some woman in Auckland talking in her car? Like, you don't want to be that person.
It's funny how it happens when your stuff goes off. Like I didn't have anything like that happen, but like I've had a couple of genuine like standing members of parliament follow me on Instagram now, and I'm just like, what the hell? Like, and like I've never had. I think I'm too small for it. Like there are much bigger content creators doing much more blatant attacks of like the National Party. Just quietly, the New Zealand First TikTok account liked one of my Luxon parody videos, which was interesting. But I had that same thing where I just thought like, oh geez, have I opened myself up to like them coming after me? But a friend of mine was like, he's like it would lower them, you know what I mean? Like it makes them look way worse to come after a comedian, for something like that. And
that's true.
I never saw any comeuppance.
Do you ever get any like negative comments?
It is 99% positive stuff, but generally the only negative stuff you will see is these dudes who are still taking psychic damage from when Jacinda was in Parliament. The comment is always, are you going to be making one of these about Jacinda? Jacinda was way worse. Jacinda was just as bad. When is she going to... And you're just like...
More like Taxinda.
Taxinda, Horseface, whatever. And people also notice I've been very deliberate to never go after Luxon for his appearance. Like I've never called him a bald fuck or anything like that. The comments do that.
Oh, that's smart. That's smart.
I mean, I think it would be unfair to criticize something that he can't control. But I mean, his ideas. I mean, and I definitely put words in his mouth. Like there was one where I had him say "fuck poor people." But then I looked at the official Labour Party's TikTok account, and they remixed his speeches to make him say he got 99 problems, but the rich ain't one, and all this. And I'm like, well, if literally the opposition party are doing that, I'm probably fine to do the same thing.
Yeah, see, I don't really do political. Like I watch your stuff, and and other comedians, and I'm like, I just don't. Yeah. The most political I've been is when I was doing bits about gangs, But again, I don't really talk about the political element of gangs. Yeah. I very quickly shift it to haberdasheries and gang H quarters. Yeah. Like I go to the surreal and the absurd. Yeah. Like I don't go to the comment, Yeah,
and that's the interesting thing about this is like I'm not a political comedian. Like I'm sort of transitioning into being a one-liner comedian now, which is about as far from political as you can get. But you can just never predict what's going to pop off. Like I just sort of thought, well, I'm okay at doing impressions. I think I can do a pretty good Luxon one. He has so many catchphrases that are like you immediately know that's who it is. And I thought, well, no one's done this. Let's just see. And then it sort of caught fire. But yeah, I don't know. I feel mixed about that because I don't really like. I feel like I'm making a deal with the devil whenever I post it because you're immediately going to get hundreds of thousands of views and new followers and whatever. But I'm sort of like, like I don't feel like I'm pandering because I am genuinely left wing and I I do criticize. I'm not happy with a lot of the decisions the government are making at the moment. But at the same time, it's like David Correos basically said to me, like political is tricky because you'll get a lot of support if you're saying the right things, but if you start to say the things they don't want to hear, then you'll lose it quite quickly. And so
it's true.
Sort of looking at it as like, I mean, I don't think I've posted anything that I don't believe. So I don't feel bad about it in that sense. But I'm also like, I don't really want to be known as a political comedian because I'm not smart enough to do that.
Yeah. See, I just figured I'll just be me.
Yeah, exactly. And that's, I think you've done a smart thing there. And
I edit it to be funny. Like when I upload the clips, I go through and I go, oh yeah, that's funny. And then I can kind of pull out. I try to never go over a minute because I'm like, can you really be bothered watching something over a minute? I can't.
Yeah, no, never.
So I just kind of do that. And then as I've been doing it for about 6 months. So I kind of am like, oh yeah, I understand the whole idea of a hook now. So
yes, you got to get them in
I can do things like
seconds
that.
Or something, eh?
Yeah.
Have you
but
noticed? Have you
I
noticed
just
your numbers
can't.
go up, like your subscriber numbers and stuff?
On Instagram, they've gone up. I had 163 the
Yeah.
start of the year, and then I'm at about 2,200
That's great. That's really
and
good.
climbing.
Well done.
Instagram's kind of the one that I kind of value a little bit more. TikTok's maybe I'm too old, and TikTok, I'm like, what is going on here?
Yeah.
I don't know. But I did a clip. I did a bit of content about Sleep Token.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know Sleep Token, the band?
Yeah, as someone who tends to date alt girls, yes, I know Sleep Token.
Yeah, and it's like, I did that. I did a clip about it. Like I was so aggressively marketed to for Sleep Token, like for whatever reason that I was like, it was all Sleep Token all the time.
Yeah.
And I'd heard of them before, but I didn't really realize that they'd like blown up to be this massive band. And then as the year went on, and even an Arcadia came out, it was fucking extreme.
Yeah.
And so so on TikTok, if I open TikTok, I'm still getting ridiculous fangirl like Sleep Token stuff.
Uh-huh.
And it's more than like I didn't ever expect that,
No.
But
You can't
TikTok's just
control it,
decided that I need to know how to make a bracelet with their real names on it and shit.
So we've actually just got a couple of minutes left in the Zoom chat, so we're going to have to cut it short. But let's get some plugs in. So if my listeners would like to check out some of your stuff, where can they find you online?
I am on Instagram at Melissa Katherine Comedian, and that's Catherine with a K. And then I'm on TikTok at as Melissa Katherine Comedian as well. I'm on Facebook, but I'm tired of it.
No, I very rarely post stuff on there anymore as well.
Yeah, and I don't really do like this. I accidentally open Threads quite a bit, but I don't even really post on it.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, that's where I am, and I just, as I said, I just make little videos and put them up, and
Is the plan? So like I think we're in a similar I'm going to take a little bit once this play wraps up. I'm going to take a little bit just to rest, and then I'll probably start doing some content again. But how long are you going to give yourself of building up an audience before you think let's have a punt at putting on a show?
I'm going to start doing stand up again at the end of the year.
Right, awesome.
So probably like the last kind of few months of the year. I've got an idea where I want to do more material that's basically ranting about just one topic.
Yeah.
I want to try something different.
Right.
Yeah. So
I look forward to seeing it. Let's
thank you,
wrap
Taylor.
it up. Hey, thanks for coming on. I know you're very patient. You've been very patient. You signed up in my little indication of interest a while ago, and good to finally get it done. And just all the best. I think you're you're doing the right things. You're doing content that's authentic, and I mean people are along for the ride. So I mean, if a comics out there that I've been telling you need to do this, Melissa is the perfect example of what you should be doing.
It.
Yeah, exactly.
You need to do it.
All righty, thank you very much.
Thank you, Taylor.
Thank you for listening to Ruddle Me This. Don't forget to hit subscribe and leave me a review on your favorite podcast platform. You can find me on social media at Taylor Ruddle Comedy on all the major platforms. You can also join patreon.com/Taylor Ruddle Comedy for free, which gets you access to all sorts of extras and behind the scenes content, as well as allows you to communicate directly with me and let me know what you think of the show. Tune in again next Monday for another episode of Ruddle Me This, and until then, ruddle her out.
This has been a Tape Deck Media production. Thank you for listening.
Hey Ruddlers, I joined a group of podcasters that we are calling the Trailer Alliance, a group of podcasters that share each other's trailers at the end of the episodes and generally support each other. So at the end of each episode for the next few weeks, I'm going to be playing a trailer of one of the members of the Trailer Alliance. And here's one of them now. I hope you like it.
Top of the day, everyone. I'm Nisha.
And I'm Buddha Badass.
And we're the hosts of Hot Garbage True Crime Edition. Do you guys like true crime?
I really don't. I feel like you force me on this show every freaking time I come here.
Do you guys enjoy listening to victims and murderers and grotesque stuff?
People that are sick in the freaking head, that's who likes it. That's who likes it.
Well, if you like that kind of stuff, then you should totally check us out. I mean, every single Thursday, we drop the most hottest cases, and we have fun while doing it.
You drop the most hottest cases? You drop murder and death. Kill.
How many people can actually say that they have fun while listening to a true crime podcast? And I feel like that's what we do here.
So you're just not going to listen to me now? I'm just going to say this and you're not going to listen to me?
And you know what? Our listeners are not just our listeners, but they're our friends and our trash pandas. We love you guys.
They're a lot, and I will agree to that part, but I'm still just mad at you for just not talking to me. They're paying you this well to say all this.
So check out Hot Garbage on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, anywhere that you listen to podcasts. Check us out. Every single Thursday, a new episode drops.
I officially hate this commercial. On some real.
Hey, it's Ryan Seacrest. Life comes at you fast, which is why it's important to find some time to relax. A little you time. Enter Chumba Casino. With no download required, you can jump on anytime, anywhere for the chance to redeem some serious prizes. So treat yourself with Chumba Casino and play over 100 online casino-style games, all for free. Go to ChumbaCasino.com to collect your free welcome bonus. Sponsored by Chumba Casino.
No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 21 plus. Terms and conditions apply.